Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Cassandra and I read. Most notably lately I buy. Following on from my last haul video, I am showing you some more books that I brought. Not all of them because quite a few of the books that I have brought I have already put on my TBR shelf and or put into my collection already, and I cannot remember which ones I've already showed you. I could watch my old video back, but it was a 30-minute video. I'm surprised anyone watched it. I don't think anyone did, but there you go. Anyway, so this is it's a haul, but in categories. So I went out the other day. I met a friend in town for lunch. It was lovely. We had a lovely time, but I was hankering for some more like classic stories, novels, books, whatever you want to call them. And I used to have quite a few. But the move here, I got rid of so many of my books. I don't want that one. I don't want that one. I don't need that one. I'm not going to read that one. And then as soon as we got here, I realised that actually I did want them. And now I'm going to have to start rebuying them, which I will have to do once I'm working. Simple as that. And it turned out that I think the only classics that I had on my shelf were Jane Austen. I got rid of so many. So I have gone and rebought a few, and some are new to me anyway. So I'm going to just go through that. And I do apologise. It's been a while since I filmed books or my old channel. I'm a little rusty. I will try not to do too many ums. First up, we have an abridged version of Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte. I didn't like it when I read it originally. However, I thought, oh, I'll try the abridged version. And I only wanted it really because of the cover. This is a Bancroft book. Bancroft Classics, and it shows you there. So they're all an abridged version of the story. I assume, I could be wrong, but I assume they're abridged for younger readers. But this was originally bought from a shop for 10p. I think it's pretty awesome. It comes with illustrations. It's in pretty decent condition. And if I do find myself liking it, I will track down the unabridged version. So we have the full story. This follows Cathy and Heathcliff and their love for each other. I don't think it's like a romantic love. I could be wrong. Like I said, it was a while ago that I read it and I didn't like it, so I didn't take it all in. We're going to try this one. And I'm sorry if you really like Wuthering Heights and I've just smashed it. Like, giving it, like, I didn't like it. But I've been finding lately, I will say, that a lot of the books that I have read before and I wasn't keen on, I've gone back and reread and actually I really like them. So we will try this one. If not, it's nice and it looks great on my shelf. So sorry, not sorry. The next we have D.H. Lawrence, which is The Mortal Coil, which is a selection of short stories by D.H. Lawrence. I don't think I know of any of the short stories. Well, The Mortal Coil, obviously. I know that one. I've heard of that one. We have A Lesson on a Tortoise, Once, The Thimble, New, Eve, Old Adam, and the book is cracking. That breaks my heart. But it's very old, so it's bound to. But there we are. So, I don't think I've read any D.H. Lawrence before. No, I don't think so. So I'm looking forward to this one. The next one is Virginia Woolf, To the Lighthouse. According to this is the most autobiographical of her novels. It is based on her childhood experiences. Again, I've not read any Virginia Woolf, but I was watching a video the other day and someone was reading one of her books. Great, I can't remember who or what the book was, but anyway, it perked my interest and this was 50p. It's quite a small book. Next up, we have Sir Walter Scott and Ivanhoe. This just sounded really good. I'd heard of it, but I hadn't heard of it. So it's set in the reign of Richard I. We've got loyal supporters, we've got battles, we've got adventure, yeah. So I don't know if I'm going to like it. I don't always get on with older books, I don't mind admitting that to you. at all. But we shall see. I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to give it a go. But I have to be in the mood for a classic. That's the truth. Next up, I had this book and I donated it. And I'm literally in the charity shop and I'm texting my husband and I'm like, do I have this on my shelf? Do I have it in my Jane Austen section? He's like, no, you don't. I was like, I do now. So I re-bought Jane Austen's Northanger Abbey. I had I think it was the Oxford edition. I prefer this cover. It matches quite a few of my other covers. So yes, I tried to read this one and I didn't like it. But that being said, originally I tried to read Sense and Sensibility and I didn't like it. I love it. So I think taste changed completely. So what else do we have? Lewis Carroll, Alice's Adventures in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass. This was 99p from a charity shop that supports dogs. I'm for that. There you go. It's Alice. I'm sure you all know Alice and Her Adventures in Wonderland. I used to have a child's edition of this when I was growing up and I didn't like Alice in Wonderland. Again, please don't lynch me. I didn't. But now I'm older. I would really like to try it again. So I'm gonna go for it. Next is a beast. Quite literally, it's Herman Melville's Moby Dick or The Whale. This one also 99p from same said animal charity shop. This one I only know the first line of, thanks to Matilda, the film. It is a big book actually. How many pages are we talking here? Hold that thought. Oh, it's got less pages than Stephen King's It. So it's only like 600 and something pages, so not a problem. I'm not sure I'm looking forward to it, especially if the whale dies. That's why I can't watch Jaws. I get that Jaws is a bad fishy. But Jaws lives in the water. Stay out of the water. And I'm really sorry if I'm like offending anyone that's actually like lost someone to a shark. I'd be pretty annoyed at sharks if they killed someone I love, to be fair. So, and the last book, well, it's not the last book, is The Three Musketeers by Alexandre Dumas. This just sounds amazing. This one was £1.49. But it's in really good condition except for, like, I don't know, the water stains, the pee stains on top. It looks like pee stains, but it actually smells brand new, so I'm not entirely sure what that's about. I know of the Three Musketeers. I've seen some of the films. There was a TV show that I'm not going to watch. But yeah, I haven't read Alexandra before, but I have read a book called the Dumas Club. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce his last name. Which was loosely made into The Ninth Gate, which I no longer watch. Thank you, Roman, for being a dick. So yeah, I'm really excited to read that one. So that kind of is my classics. And the next ones I'm going to show you is this one I know I haven't shown in my last video, so I kind of just grabbed it off the shelf. And that is And Now You Can Go. Vendila Vida. And I'm pronouncing your name completely wrong, I'm sorry. So this is a vintage publication, Random House, about a young woman that has a gun pointed at her, and then her struggling or coming to terms with what happened to her. Yeah, it's not a very long book, but I'm hoping it'll pack a punch. And there's the author look, right at the back. So I'm very excited to read it. It's 189 pages, and everything at the moment that I keep collecting, I just keep comparing to it. You can see it up there, just over halfway through now. So it's just like, even Game of Thrones just like shrinks in comparison to it. You should see my stand, my copy of The Stand is like, I'm never gonna read it. I'm not, it's just too big. I've gone off on a tangent. And my other books are on the other side of the laptop. Come here. Ooh, I did buy The Hate You Give the other day. Unfortunately, I bought the cover I didn't like. The book's the same, I know. And I got it for £3 in the Works, which is the discount bookstore in the UK. And I've lost my train of thought. Yeah, but then I was in the charity shop today and I found an uncorrected proof copy of it. So there is somebody in my hometown that publishers send books to, because that's not the first time I've come across an uncorrected proof copy in this town, so I'm going to find that person. And it was a lot nicer. It wasn't the cover that I have seen, but unfortunately I was like, no, I don't need it. I didn't need it. I have it. I haven't read it yet. I didn't need 2 copies. So I did pick it up, and I've been after this since I watched it on Netflix, and I found it in a charity shop for £1. So I bought Bird Box. It's not my favourite cover, but like I said, covers is just a cover. You're not going to see it because it will just be down like that. So Bird Box is a world where we have, let me just start again. So we have Mallory. She raises the children in the only way she can, indoors, with the doors locked, the curtain closed, and the mattress nailed over the windows, and they always wear blindfolds. I actually half liked the film and I half didn't like the film. Sandra Bullock was great. It's Sandra Bullock. The kids were amazing. It was okay. There was some definite problems in it. Like, I'm going to tell you a spoiler now, so skip ahead. Like, John Malkovich dying, that's a problem. But I was excited because, again, I'm just going to spoil the film. So I'll try and do a timestamp. I don't really know how to work editing or timestamps. But I had a feeling when they got to the end in the film, I was like, that just doesn't seem right. And apparently it's not. The ending is different. So I picked that one up. The next one I picked up was also from same said charity shop. And this is When I Hit You by Mania Kandasamy. And I'm pronouncing her name wrong and I do apologise. And somebody bought this from Borders in Oxford a year ago. Almost a year ago. Because the receipt's still in there and I'm keeping it in there. So literally, When I Hit You is exactly what it sounds like. It is about a wonderful woman who moves in with a man. The man turns out to be a prick and beats her. Yeah, and I'm looking forward to reading it. I don't really think I can say that. I don't know if it's based on the author's own life, but I imagine it is based on so many women and men's lives. So I am excited to read it. I may just get angry. And then lastly, this one was 50p. And that is The Trees by Ali Shaw. I don't know if this is a young adult book. Like I said, I do read young adult. I quite fancy some young adult. Look! That's amazing. So what did somebody say? Does for trees what Hitchcock did for birds? Well, we'll see, because Sam Raimi did for trees what Hitchcock did for birds for me, and Richard Lehman as well. So we'll see. But apparently we have these trees that just arrive one night, a bit like Triffids. Well, no, the Triffids were always there, weren't they? They just arrive, and somebody has to go in. Adrian Thomas has never been much of a hero, but when he realises help isn't coming, he goes into the unrecognisable world. So, and this cover is really good, really stunning as well. So, yep, I had to have that. This is Bloomsbury. So there we go. So that is my mini midweek haul. Or it's only Monday actually, isn't it? But while I've got you, I'm just going to run something past you that is annoying me. I mentioned, it doesn't really matter what the cover looks like. Can you see this? I have to show this to you. I had His Dark Materials by Philip Pullman, and then again I got rid of them. I needed space, and then I was like, I really want them again. And my favourite charity shop, which is Catherine House in Banbury, they are a hospice. They do 5 books for £1.50. So if you buy 3 books, they're 50p each, so that's £1.50, or you can buy 2 extra. So I picked up these 3. They're the Northern Lights, but obviously we've got the film cover and the film name, which is like, oh, that's fine, can be annoying. The Subtle Knife, interesting. Behemoth Spyglass, they've all got the same cover. Who did that? I mean, I get it. I absolutely get it. It will get people to read them, because people that don't necessarily read as a form of enjoyment will see, oh, I know that film, I'll pick it up for the kids. Totally get that. They're all the same. But oh well, I just had to, for the price. I wanted them again, and I know the Book of Dust is out, and I need that as well. So this is Scholastic, and New Line Cinema made the film. So I know I shouldn't be so pedantic, but there you go. Thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll be back with some more like interesting videos soon. But I enjoyed the haul. Hope you did too. Bye.